Matamu too.
It's Matamu Extra! And first off, I have to give a really big thank you to all of you who are interacting with the podcast on audio and on video. Each and every one of you who has taken time to watch, listen, like, and subscribe to the podcast on each of the platforms. You are really special to me. And if you haven't already, please go to YouTube, search Matamu2, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment on any of the videos there. You can also like while you're still there. And you can also subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast player so that you don't miss new episodes the moment that they're released. Now, here's something I found interesting while researching for the Omena episode. I'm sure you remember that I mentioned possible origins for the name Kisumu Boys. Now, some people have also nicknamed Kisumu Boys, Omena Kisumu Boys, of course, because they come in hundreds. They're too small to be served in ones, as is with the case with the students who also walk in groups. Then there's another name. I'm going to butcher the language. Please forgive me. So there's another name. It's Nyiti Rech, which is common among children who are yet to come to the fact that Omena cannot grow past the small size. Now, these children think that the Omena are children of bigger fish, hence the name, which translates to young fish. And something interesting is that some people don't even eat Omena simply because they can't eat something that's watching. Really, that's the only reason that they'll not eat. They want the eyes to be closed before they can be able to eat the Omena. And that's just a little of the interesting stuff that I found out about Omena. And a big shout out goes to our guest, Gaturi, who recently made good her promise to try out Omena, and she captured it in her stories. So go over to Instagram, check out at Leo Tuna Pika to see how that went. And spoiler alert, she really enjoyed the Omena. And she even gave us a plug for Fresh Omena. So you can go over to her Instagram and you'll be able to see that. We have a voice note. Woohoo! Thank you, Waidera, for sending in your voice note. And here's what she had to say about her experience with Omena.
I'll talk about my encounter with Omena. So it was like nearly 10 years ago, my mom tried to cook Omena. Unfortunately, she's not from the lakeside. And the end product was, it had some gadhufu-ish. It wasn't dry fry. So I didn't like it. So 3 months ago, my friend, she's called Jackie. I don't know what I was doing in her apartment, but she said, "Oh my God, I miss Omena." I'm like, "Yo, but I've never had Omena." She's like, "No, you really?" I'm like, "Omena is cooked a certain way, so if you don't know how to cook, you're gonna hate it." So I was like, "You know what? I've never had Omena before." She's like, "What? You've never had Omena before?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I think the following week she went and bought, and she made some. My goodness, it was so good. I will not mind eating it again and again and again. But she needs to teach me how to cook it. But it was actually really, really, really good. Yeah, coming from a Kikuyu, yeah, it was good. I would eat that like 100 times. And like I could eat that like for a sort of protein, like from Monday till Monday. It was really, really good. Yeah, and that's my encounter with Omena.
Thank you so much for sharing that experience, where I'm happy that I'm not the only one who just recently rediscovered Omena. And if you want your voice note played out on the podcast, all you need to do is share it on the email address that I've provided in the show notes. You can also find out more about the cookbook that Gaturi recently launched. There will be links to how you can get that book. And please go and support her. Please. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. So far, you've been amazing, and I really appreciate all of you. That's that for this installment of Matamu Extra. We are back in your ears and on your screens next week with co-producer Sherry talking about Njahe. You really, really don't want to miss this one. Follow me on social media. My handle is at Reumac on all platforms. That's where the fun happens. It's your boy Reumac. Have fun, guys.